story of Johnny Appleseed. Now, Johnny Appleseed was a real person, if you can believe that. He actually grew up in the state of Maine, and his family had apple trees, and the apple trees were so wonderful. In the spring, they had wonderful flowers that smelled so beautiful, and then in the fall, there were the apples, which could be used for everything, and he and his family grew some of the best apples ever. Well, one day, while Johnny was at his family's farm, he saw all the pioneers heading out in their covered wagons heading out west. And his heart just wanted to go out with them, but he wasn't sure he wanted to be a regular type of pioneer. What he wanted to do was make sure that all the people heading out west would still be able to have some of those delicious apples that he and his family grew. So he gathered up his courage, and he gathered up a whole lot of apple seeds, and he took them with him. And as he traveled along, he would plant apple seeds all over the place. And some of the trees that he planted are still growing today. Now, Johnny Appleseed was also a very kind man. And one day, as the day was getting to the end and he was building his fire to make his porridge, he noticed that moths were going into the flames and getting burned by it. And he said, "No, you can't do that." So he put out his fire, simply so that the moths would not be hurt. And legend says that he was such a kind man that one winter he actually went in and hibernated with some bears, because he was the only pioneer out there who didn't have a gun, didn't have a knife. All he had was his apple seeds. And he walked so far, he actually wore his shoes out. But, like I said before, some of those apple trees that he planted are still growing today. That's an amazing story, and that's the story of Johnny Appleseed.